Grand Entry Parade.
104.1 KRBE.
Hello? All right, let's hit it.
Now, time for the prank call, featuring Special K on the Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, let's bring it. I need to know a lot of the things. I didn't know about Livingston cabins and whatnot.
Yeah, what's going on about bears?
Let me first get Ruby on the line so y'all know what's going on. And Ruby reached out by going to krbe.com/prank call request. You can do that too to set up someone that you know or love. Good morning, Ruby.
Oh my God! Hi!
Hey!
I'm so excited to hear your voice because I always hear it on the radio.
Yes, ma'am, that's me.
Oh my God, I love your voice.
Okay, you're one of the few. Well, thank you so much for reaching out in regards to this prank call for your boyfriend, right?
Right. My name is Ruby. I'd like to prank my boyfriend, Roderick. We're going on a trip to Lake Livingston with the kids, and I'd like to prank him.
Who would I play in this scenario?
I guess the person at Lake Livingston, the people that rent out the cabin.
How did he book it?
He hasn't booked it yet, and no one is picking up the phone.
I can be a representative from the campground.
Right.
All right, I'll try to come up with something wild for him.
Okay, sounds great.
So my idea here is I was thinking of what kind of wacky-ass cabin can I have? Well, let's start with the cabin. The cabin's going to be an underground shelter. It's a doomsday shelter.
Oh, my God, Doomsday Preppers.
no.
Doomsday.
It's going to come with meals ready to eat.
I have that written right here. I have it written down. We're going to do that.
Preppers.
MREs.
Oh, that's awesome,
Okay.
MREs.
Let's take it to the next level. Let's make this a gay campground. Okay. And it's going to be Bear Weekend. Bears being a member of our community. They're just big, burly, hairy dudes.
Big, burly, hairy dudes. They have
dudes.
to be of a certain age, too?
Not
to
really.
be considered a
Like
bear?
So you can have a young bear.
Big, burly, and hairy.
As you're big and hairy.
Yeah. So let's
Lumberjacks. I think a lumberjack size
Yeah,
man.
the bounty towel man.
remember
Yeah.
all of these facts and
Okay.
give Roderick a call here and let him know what kind of campground he's getting into on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Mr. Roderick, this is Eloise Pennybaker. I was given your number by the campground. The gentleman just sent it on down the way to me.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually have an opening at my cabin.
Okay. And I'm trying to book it for the weekend of April 26th.
Hold on. April. All right, how many bedrooms?
I think two.
No, all right, 2 bedrooms. All right, it's a very popular weekend. I'm not sure what weekend is, it Bear Weekend or something like that. We'll need a deposit fairly soon.
Okay. My uncle was Quincy, and he was saying that we could pay in cash when we get there.
Oh, Mr. Quincy. Oh, my goodness, he's quite a popular feature around here. All right.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's just fine. That's just fine. We'd ask you to bring a check or money order.
Do you prefer that over cash?
Oh, cash is king, honey child.
Okay. All right. We can do that.
Yes, sir. Very popular weekend. Y'all were here last year for the festivities?
Yeah, we were. I didn't stay the night, but I came out there for the day and visited.
Well, I'd ask that y'all vacuum up the glitter this time and only use water-based products.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And I don't know what them bears had hanging between them doorways, but it pulled one of the knobs clean off the door, so y'all please be careful with whatever y'all slinging between them clotheslines.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of any of that.
Yeah, oh, they went crazy. It was all kinds of glitter and a lot of feathers.
All right, well, I'll be sure to remind everybody.
Someone actually lost the left side of a heel as well. It was a red one. You lose a high heel?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And y'all can swim, right? Because last year one of the muscling men turned into a little sissy boy nearly drowning in 2 feet of water.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Yeah, we can swim.
Okay, all right. Now, unfortunately, the lake is a shade of dark chocolate, so don't wear white.
All right.
Yes, sir. And the catfish still tastes like Hurricane Barrel. I don't know if y'all want to fishing.
We might do a little fishing.
Yes, sir. Now, this is my doomsday shelter, so this is actually under the earth.
Oh, my God.
Under the earth.
Yeah, there's a cabin on top of it, but what folks don't know is we have a doomsday shelter beneath it, and it has 4 bedrooms and has MREs and running water and even a washcloth.
Okay.
You can pop open the lid and take a look at the lake, but like I said, it's fairly dirty right now. You probably don't even want to look at it.
Well, I was hoping to get there was a 2-bedroom like it was like a cherry colored cabin.
Cherry color. I don't know. Are you sure? Is this your first time at Pines Gay Campground?
Where is it?
The Pines, the gay campground off of Livingston.
Oh no.
Oh, I wondered why they passed you to me. Are you a big burly like a big old bear?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious! I had y'all set up for Bear Weekend at the gay campground that I run off on the side here. That ain't y'all?
No.
Oh dear Jesus! I got y'all already plugged into a room here too. Are you sure you don't? They're nice folks. The Bears are nice folks. Do y'all want to just hang out with them anyway? There's room.
No, thank you. I thought this was for a campground.
Well, hold on. Let me look at that one. That one is run by a Miss Ruby. She actually passed your phone number on to me. Do you know Ruby?
Ruby who?
Ruby. She indicated that I should reach out to Mr. Roderick, her boyfriend, for a prank call this morning on KRBE, the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Oh wow. Wow.
Roderick, I'm messing with you, buddy.
That is something else.
The nervous laughter. Ruby was like, hey, he's been trying to get a hold of the campground and they won't call him back.
I'm glad everyone's amused. It took me a minute to understand what you were talking about, and I started to get. I was like, no, I don't think this is the right campground.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh. Do you have a message for Ruby for setting all this ridiculous stuff up?
I mean, I guess I would just say she sure does like the joke.
Yeah.
Good thing I got a sense of humor.
Can you say Special K pranked me on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric?
Special K pranked me on the Ruler and Ryan Show.
With Eric. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
That was great.
Wow.
Did you lose a red
Underground.
heel? There's
Lots of
so many
glitter.
little nuances I love.
Lots of glitter.
But he was just happy to have someone call him back.
Yeah.
Now, that's like a bad business model. Why is anybody calling anybody back?
There's so many people out there that are bad
look at these
business people.
cabins.
Like a lot of people I dealt with, like with the house with painting or construction and that. I'm like, these people are really good, but their business, they forget to call you back or they do things. It's like, there's a lot of bad.
Attention to
I'm
detail is
assuming if
everything.
they're not calling back, then they're too busy for my business. I'll have to find somebody else.
Yep.
And if they're not calling you back to get the job, how punctual will they be while they have the job?
Good point.
We've all been burned by somebody who just ghosted you on
Yep.
some
They're
renovation
showing you
project.
who they are.
Exactly.
First time.
If you want to get with Special K for a prank call, go to krbe.com/prank call requests. And just like he walked Ruby through that, you tell him what he's going to be doing and he'll take it from there. The cabin lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so coming up next, we've got closure. I
Imagine
believe
if you go on like 4 awesome dates with someone.
Now, 4
Magical.
dates.
4, not just one, like just one date and disappeared. 4 awesome magical dates.
Magical.
And
And
then
they just disappeared.
just gone.
Ghosted. Well, somebody needs closure for being ghosted, and we're going to hopefully help them out next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
And that, my friend, is what they call closure.
Closure here on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. And this is where you can contact us at krbe.com and tell us about a situation where you have lost track of someone. You have tried to contact them. Texting, direct messages, straight up phone calls,
It's the
Facebook
worst feeling.
messages,
When you don't have
emails.
answers, it sucks.
Yeah, they're just like, they've just fallen off the face of the earth. Well, I always say this. They don't return your call, but they answer Eric's. So that is why you come to us to find closure. Let's find out why Monica needed us so bad today. Good morning, Monica.
Good morning.
Hey,
Monica.
Monica, who is it you're seeking closure from this morning?
His name is Perry, and we had 4 dates.
There were those kind of dates that were just pure magic. You know?
Oh, wow, that's heavy. A pure magic.
Yeah.
He's a magician.
That means you were feeling that.
Magician.
Yeah, that's what
magic,
it
guys.
is. He pulled a rabbit out of his
Wow,
hat.
pure magic. So it sounds like you were feeling really good after all of these dates. He was saying the right things, doing the right
Butterflies.
things, looking good.
We just clicked in every way. It was like so much fun. Like he was just really good. Now, we hadn't gotten physical yet. We were talking about maybe our next date and spending a long weekend together. But he was like right on it with texting me and every day and sweet messages. And we'd even have like old school phone calls, and it was just lovely. And then dun dun dun.
He disappeared on you? Did he ghost you totally, or he told you?
Yeah, just nothing. Crickets, nothing.
Have you messaged him or tried calling him?
Yeah, I tried all the things without trying to seem like I was crazy, but you kind of feel crazy when someone just falls off the face of the earth.
Oh, yeah. How long ago was this?
It's been 2 months now.
And the 4
Wow.
dates happened in a span of how much time?
It was over 3 weeks.
We can talk to him, right? You want to just talk to him?
Yeah, can we talk to him?
Yes, because he can hear you, and we do appreciate that he agreed to be on, so he can give you some.
What was his
closure.
name again?
Perry. It's Perry.
Perry.
Perry, welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric on 104.1 KRBE. Thanks for being here this morning. Say hi to Monica, Perry.
Hello, hi, Monica.
Hi, Perry.
Okay, so first of all, Monica, I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for the way it came off. Might as well say this. I have been dealing with a little bit of a crisis. I just came out to my family, and I've been dealing with this for like a long time. I wasn't 100% sure. It's just been a lot. I'm gay. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to explain it. That's why I ghosted you. I did not mean to do that. I'm really sorry. It's just I'm gay,
Wow.
and I told my family.
Monica, how do you feel about this?
Wow, I did not see any signs, which really is frightening that I could be so oblivious.
I feel bad, Perry, that you've had to grapple with this and that you couldn't turn to anybody.
I was afraid of how my family would react, but turns out my mom already knew. And my dad was shocked at first, but she ended up being really supportive. Both of them were. And Monica, and again, I'm so sorry for what this did to you, but I had a great time with you, and I would like us to be friends if you're open to that.
I just don't understand how you can also now you want to be friends with her, but yesterday or today you couldn't tell her that you're gay.
I don't know. It's just been a lot to deal with, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I get it, and I would have listened to you. I know we don't know each other that well. I mean, I felt like we kind of did, but I mean, I'm here to help. My brother's gay. I told you about that. I feel like you could have told me. I would have been really understanding.
Hold on. Can I interrupt you for a second there, Monica? I have a question. In these 4 dates that you said were pure magic,
Yeah.
there had to have been romance, right? Did you guys kiss on the first date?
No.
Okay, did you kiss on the second? Have you kissed at all? Because you said you're about to go to the next frontier on for the long weekend.
We did a little light makeout session, but I'd been burned my last
You
relationship.
probably thought that he was being a gentleman.
I did.
But what was your rationale with starting something up with Monica
And for 4
leading
dates.
her down this line for 4 dates, and then boom, you're like, I got to come out.
I thought if I could make it work with anybody, it would be her. But after our 4th date, it just kind of gave me the push to realize that this is not who I am.
What did I do that pushed you off of women now? I mean, that's it?
Catalyst?
I don't even know what
I don't know if that's
say
supposed to make you feel good or not.
Oh.
I mean, was there a trigger for you, Perry?
It was the kissing. It felt wrong to me. And it's not because of you. It's not because of anything you did. It just felt wrong for me. And I didn't want to take anything away from you. I didn't want to waste your time. After we kissed, I was like, no, this is not what I'm into. I'm into something else.
Are you going to start dating, Perry, with guys now, or is it going to take you some time to think about it, or are you going right back into the dating world?
Yeah, I would like to start dating now, now.
Would that be weird if you started dating
her brother?
Oh,
my God. Why did your mind go there?
People are texting. That's why I'm going,
Oh my gosh. Look, Perry.
If he's as cool.
Normally, I'm pretty harsh on people that ghost, but I can understand that you had a lot of turmoil in you. You should have told her, but you had to work out issues yourself.
Yeah.
And tell your family first.
Yep.
If we had not called you for closure, though, Perry.
Yeah, would you ever talk to her?
Would you have ever talked to her? Because she said she was texting you and you were just totally gone. So at what point would you have given her the respect to tell her, listen, it's not about you, it's me. I'm not even into women. This is just not my lane.
I think I would have had to take some time after I told my family. Now I realize I should have done that sooner.
Monica, do you think you could be friends with him?
I do, because there was a real connection, and maybe the
Yes, but the connection that you want is romantic, and I get it. You could have a great friend relationship with him, but I think you need to take a little space.
If
Well,
she
at least
said
too
yeah, she
soon.
would have said yeah, Rula. I'd love to be friends with him.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon. She just found out.
Well, Monica, at least you got some closure, and we appreciate you, Perry, telling her the truth.
Well, of course. And again, Monica, I am so sorry. I would love to still be friends with you if you're open to that.
maybe a little time, but I wish all the best for you. I really do. Give me a little time. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we could hang out.
Well, look, we're glad you're living your best life now, Perry, and you're true to yourself, and that's a fantastic thing. And Monica, you know, what's the cliche I can tell you? There's more fish in the sea. There's more people out there. The world is your oyster. All these seafood related.
I'm hungry.
Thanks so much for coming to our show, and we appreciate you both for being honest and truthful and giving closure. So thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Look, I don't like anybody ghosting anyone, but I can understand why, he was
But in
resistant.
today's day and age, it's so easy to just, you can find people,
Yeah,
text
but
them, and
you can't
DM them
You
somehow.
can't
Right.
send them a text.
were-
Oh, by
it's
the
not
way,
1992, where you had
Right.
no. Oh, sorry, I keep calling you at your home line.
Yeah, somebody
landline.
texted here. Did you see that text like, what? Old school phone calls? Question mark. Because I said old school phone calls because what have we learned in the last, 7 years? It is very odd for some people.
People don't
in
call and
Gen Z.
chat.
They don't talk on the phone. I remember when Christina worked on our show, she was telling us that this guy she met on an app, and she was about to have a date with him that weekend, and she has never heard his voice. She's never been on the phone with him. And I was like, what are you, crazy? You're going to go meet a strange man somewhere, and you've never talked to him on the phone? She goes, no, I don't need to. Why? We've texted on the app.
Even like,
So you don't want to know what his voice sounds like?
We text most of the time, and we'll talk once in a while.
Yes.
It's kind of weird. We'll go, hey, we're talking on the phone.
We're not initiating a date.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Though. It's different when you're initiating a date, and so this is how it's evolving now. This is how the dating thing is evolving. So to the texter who was shocked, what do you mean old school phone calls? For some people, that is old school to make the phone call and be like, "Why are you calling me, you psycho?" It's like cold up FaceTiming somebody.
Yeah, Mud, you get
I'm like, you
freaked out?
cannot just FaceTime me. You
Somebody
gotta
calls-
text and
calls
check.
you?
Oh, yeah, you can't do FaceTime.
Oh, I
Hell
think
no.
you're like butt dialing if you're FaceTiming by mistake.
Really?
I'm like, there's no way. Unless you're drunken at a party and you're like, hey, Rula.
I feel
hi.
weirder if you call me than if you FaceTime me. Because
What?
if you FaceTime me, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm just chilling. If you call me, it's serious.
Oh,
Like,
you're,
something's going down.
you're waiting for something bad?
I mean,
Yeah.
FaceTiming's not a bad idea if you're going on a first date. That way you know
Right.
you're not being catfished.
But I would feel weird if you're like, hey, call me real quick. If we're on a dating app, I'd be like, what the hell?
See?
Who is this
Sorry,
guy?
I knew that's like the new way to go now. You
It's a
can't call
red
each
flag.
other.
It creeps them out.
It creeps me out just a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, I don't have to know what it is right now to be in the world of the apps, but I don't know how I would feel even in 2025 as a single person, knowing that I just wanted to be able to talk to the person and hear their voice. If it was like a faux pas, like, why are you calling me?
But that would be important
We're
to
gonna
you.
just meet at the bar.
that
Why are you calling me?
That you actually spoke before you met.
Yeah, I think for my own safety.
Like, Tassos,
too.
if you would have, because I know you talked to him and he lived in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
would it be weird if you just text? Like, would you actually have him come all the way from Dallas to Houston to go on a date and you never talked?
There's no way that would not have happened.
Like, if
but
you- today-
it was also his voice. I was like, oh, this guy's got a hot voice.
Yeah.
I remember I was on the phone. I was like, this guy's got a hot
If
voice.
he had just shown up and
his
he's
grammar
like,
sucked.
if,
Yeah.
he, if he showed up and you never had spoken to him and he's like, hi, Rula, how are you doing?
Yeah. Couldn't do that. I just, no,
that was
there's no
Gilbert
way.
Godfrey.
Well, have you ever gone out with somebody where the voice did not match the face?
My single days, no.
That's my wife.
Because everybody had met in person. Yeah, right. All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, guys, Post Malone did something at Rodeo Houston last night that is on the list that was revealed today about things that are gradually disappearing. And we're not even really noticing that.
His shoes?
I know. Shoes.
It's not about him walking out
Barefoot.
totally barefoot through the dirt, but that is exactly what he did. And I'm like, whoa, I have been in that dirt. You don't want to be barefoot in that dirt. But he did something else on stage at Rodeo Houston that is on the list of things that are gradually disappearing right in front of us, and we are not really noticing it. So I'll go over that and tell you about last night's Rodeo Houston big show. Everyone was so excited for Post Malone. Next in Scoop on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Time for your daily scoop, Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE's Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. And I have a little gift for you guys, my 7 o'clockers. How about a chance to go have some fun watching Jimmy O Yang on stage at Smart Financial Center March 28th? The tickets are available to purchase, but if you're lucky caller 12 at 833-390-KRBE, we'll hook you up with a pair so you have a fun night out.
He's
Friend
cool,
night,
dude.
That
date
is
night,
fun.
whatever it is. That's really good. Okay, last night Post Malone was at Rodeo Houston. And can we just say hands down, I think for a lot of people, that was like the show they wanted to see. When it comes to pop music,
Yeah, for the last few months.
crossover country.
Everyone thought that was the big show of
That was
of all
we got
The
Post
pinnacle
Malone.
of the rodeo.
Yeah, that was a big deal. And it was a very busy day because on St. Patrick's Day, my friends that are volunteers at the rodeo, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll come there just for carnival fun with the kids on St. Patrick's Day. And he's like, well, today would have been a great day because tomorrow's going to be crazy with Posty. And it was. It was a very busy rodeo. Not until about, when everybody gets out of school and work, it really picked up around 4 or 5. It got crazy and, the whole hustle and bustle of the rodeo. So when he came out, every star has a different way. They either come out in a truck. Sometimes they come out in a wagon. Sometimes they come out in a blacked out, like a murdered out, like Tahoe or something.
I remember he did that during the Super Bowl performance with Beyonce. He was in that truck, and it was blacked out, and he came out of that.
Right.
Because I remember that truck parked there. I'm like, I didn't even know Post Malone came out.
Yeah, because you were inside the
When
stadium.
I was watching, I was like, what's going on? I didn't even know
On
that was
TV,
him.
I don't know if I can't remember if they showed that on TV because there was
I'm
so
sure
much
TV they
going
probably
on.
said.
So what
Post
was
Malone.
it that he did that was so different?
Well, there's a list of things that are gradually disappearing over the last decade, and we're not really noticing it. The first thing he did that's not on this list is that he walked out barefoot, which I've never seen that ever for a rodeo star, ever.
That
Walking
dirt has
in
got
that rodeo dirt,
poop in it.
barefoot. And then, because I asked in 6 o'clock, anybody close enough to see, was he actually wearing something and then took the shoes off for the stage? Because he was walking the entire stage barefoot. And one person that was close on that side, her seats are right where the stars come out. She goes, no. He was totally barefoot the whole time. And they had rugs at the bottom at the steps. And he was wiping his feet on those rugs. And then he walked up the steps to go on the stage. But I'm like, I can't with bare feet anyway. A man's barefoot in front of me is
Wiping the
offensive.
chips, 'cause some of that stuff, those chips and stuff.
Yeah, there could be something, get a splinter.
Yeah.
So that's not the thing. But he came out with his drink, having a good time, cheering everybody, and he had a cigarette. He was holding his red Solo cup with his cigarette between his fingers.
Why
with
is
the
it
same
he's
hand.
allowed to smoke in there, but nobody else
And then
is?
I'm like, look at him, like it's 1994. He's got like a ciggy and his red Solo cup. He's here for a good time.
Like college party.
But that is on the list that you just don't really notice that you're not seeing anymore. People smoking cigarettes
Because they vape.
Yeah,
because everyone's
vapors.
vaping or not.
Unless you go to a bar outside of the Beltway, y'all, we've all worked these gigs, maybe in
yeah.
the past, but
for
still,
sure.
there's still some places. I think in Galveston you can still smoke cigarettes. I've been to plenty of at least the gay bars.
I think a Walmart there in Galveston they can smoke. I remember
Oh, really?
In the convenience
they?
store that has the gambling thing in the back.
Oh, yeah.
If you go into one of those convenience stores, you're
They're
like,
smoking and hitting the slide.
Y'all, there is a
going on?
bar
Yeah.
out in Jersey Village, and I like their chicken wings. Sometimes I hate the smell of cigarette smoke, but I will walk in there to get the chicken wings, and when I get home, I'm like, I gotta throw these clothes in the hamper. I gotta shower. You reek. It's hard to think about a time when this was legal and everybody could smoke in bars, and you would come home and you would just
stink.
smell so
I had to
horrible.
do
A club
when I went to
gig.
that Wiz Radio. I'd have to go on after this guy that smoked in the studio.
He smoked in the studio.
This was the 90s, but he was like the big dude.
The big
so
wig.
No one could tell him what to do. But I'm just
that's
like,
the
get on the
worst
microphone
smell.
and just
Stunk.
smell.
There was when I first started doing radio in Philly, Eric, the girl that did traffic, as opposed to Becca Parker is here. We recently revealed, I guess people didn't realize we've never met her ever in person. We've never seen her. She could walk into this room right now and none of us would know it's
Like,
Becca
oh,
Parker.
Yep.
a listener?
Right, we never
True.
see her. When I was doing radio in Philly, the traffic girl literally was closer to me the way we're sitting than me and you right now.
Oh.
We barely had
wow.
like 3 inches of space between us, and she was a big time smoker.
Did the smell rub off on
Oh,
you?
I had to kill you.
She would go down and smoke every time she wasn't doing traffic, which we don't do traffic every 5 minutes, but we do it a lot. But she would sit there in the corner next to the window, right next to me, and she would do the traffic thing on the computer, and then she'd disappear. And then she'd come back, and it was the cloud of not only the cigarette smoke, but also the outside smell. And I'm like, I cannot with you.
The thing is, I think
and
it's
I would
psychological.
Try and slide sideways. I'm
Rula,
like, I can't escape the smell.
When I was a cigarette smoker, it is psychological. You know when you're in the work environment that you can't light up in the office.
So you want to?
So it makes you want it all the more. And you probably are smoking way more because I'm like, okay, go downstairs, get a smoke break.
Wait, was there a story we talked about last week?
We did.
Where people that smoke get some, they skip out on work so much that now they're giving non-smokers like extra breaks during the day.
Yeah, they're giving them an extra
fake?
day. There was some big company, they decided to give non-smokers an extra day off because the smokers waste over a year.
I was reading a book about some radio personality, a female, and her husband wanted her to stop smoking, so she stopped. Well, he thought she stopped, but she bought a pink glove, those dishwasher gloves.
Oh, so you get off
and
on
she'd
her
be
hand.
driving and be smoking with it because she's like, I can hide it, but the hand gives it away, the smell.
Yeah,
Pink smoking gloves.
I'm gonna keep on wearing in my pink smoking gloves.
So she had this little thing driving down the street, and she was like famous in Australia, so paparazzi would follow her.
But how do you get the smell off your clothes and
But the
hair?
pink glove is not doing enough because her hair, her clothes, her car.
Right.
How are you getting rid of that smell?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I guess you could take your shirt off and
a couple
spray
of other things that are on the list besides Posty and his ciggies. What's gradually disappearing over the last 10 years that we haven't really noticed? To say that you got an old car that actually runs and drives for like, I don't know, $1,000.
Oh yeah, beaters.
Yeah, I guess that's the like.
How about when we went to Costa Maya, we got in a cab.
Okay.
It took us to this location, and they had in the back they had the windows that roll down with
with the handle
mechanism.
Hand crank.
My kids are like, "What the hell's that thing?" They never saw it in their life. 'Cause think about it, these cars are like
That's
the
true.
90s or
And those cars
2000.
back then, you had a
It was a
separate
Toyota something.
You had a separate key for the door. So you had a key that would turn the ignition, and you had a separate key that would open the door.
Yeah, but even when we talked about rolling your window down, we still do that motion. Mm-hmm. But kids don't have no idea what that is.
Well, it's just like when you say, I'm dialing. You're not dialing anybody. You're just hitting a button.
Well, yeah,
And they
but
say
what do you
dial
actually
because-
call that?
Or I'm gonna go tape this
You still have
because
to call the
Yeah.
number. I would just say you're calling the number. You're not actually dialing.
Because, and I had to explain it to my daughter when she was like young and getting her first phone. They call it dialing because you had to put your finger in a hole in a dial and spin it.
How about the
rotary?
rotary phone. How about the revelation I had last Christmas when we rented an Airbnb on vacation with my family, and the Airbnb came with an actual old school whistling tea kettle to make hot water.
Oh, yeah.
Versus just like one of these hot pots you turn on.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I haven't used this in years. So it's in the kitchen and it starts screaming, and all 4 kids are like, oh, they were running for the bedroom. My son fell off the bed. My daughter is like hiding. She's like, what is it? What is it? They thought it was a fire
90s.
alarm. I go, it's how we make hot tea.
funny. That's all I
before
ever
your
knew.
time. Yes, isn't that so strange? They had never seen a tea kettle. I posted it at Radio Rula back in December when I was like, you see this picture? These are traumatized children that have never heard a real tea kettle whistle before.
It's in movies, it
It's
always
so
startles the
crazy.
person
Right.
like a horror movie.
They'll use it in a scary movie, right? When it whistles. Another thing that's on the list of what's going away over the last 10 years we didn't really realize is physical checks as payment. So many companies now will just do like a direct deposit or have you. That's how you have to set up with when you're getting onboarded as a new employee. They're like, okay, well, here's how we do this. We don't give you physical checks anymore.
Oh, yeah. When's the last time we got like a work check? Like 2005?
When I got fired from the zoo,
What year was that, Ahmad?
had to be like 2018-ish.
Yeah.
Would you got a check?
If it's a big company, they don't do physical checks anymore. Small mom and pops
How
will
about
do
the zoo?
physical checks.
There's an article in the Chronicle yesterday or a few days ago. Somehow it showed up in Yahoo about what happens. They're a plan if a gorilla or anything escapes. Like snakes.
They revealed the plan of escaped animals?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting if you get a chance.
What is the number one takeaway?
You have to go and read it yourself.
Oh, okay.
It's the clickbait title that
they
he didn't
they
actually
wouldn't
click.
really tell you too much. They just say like if
Just
snake
enough to-
if the poisonous snake got out, we'd be like, okay, everybody, please exit this way. But they have certain weapons that they use, nets, certain
For each specific animal.
Yeah, they didn't go too deep because it never happened.
Okay.
They never had to deal with that.
Thankfully.
And when I lived in Dallas, it happened. Big monkeys got loose, or something got loose.
Chimps?
Chimps.
No
I think
way.
it attacked
And they
somebody,
can
and
be
then
dangerous,
they
yeah.
take them out.
Kevin, were you going to add to that? I thought I saw
I
you.
still get checks to this day from various companies that I
Farm
spin
fails?
for.
Oh,
And they're small companies,
That you
right?
what for?
That he spins for as a DJ?
Yeah, I've spun for major companies for their holiday parties, and they still pay me via check.
Okay.
That makes sense, though. How
Well,
are they
that's
gonna
true
pay?
because you're not going to be a direct
want a
deposit. You're not their
documentation.
employee. So that makes sense.
They're not gonna Venmo.
No, they don't have Venmo.
But I don't think, could I request
Be a great
Cumulus
idea.
Media Broadcasting just give me a hard check?
I'm
now?
sure.
Maybe
No, you'd
I-
lose it.
They'd be
Yeah,
like,
are you
what?
kidding me?
Yeah, I
Plus,
still
you get it a
remember.
day early or 2 days early when you get it.
Yeah, we do
direct
these
deposit.
meetings once a week. If you've listened to the raw feed, a lot of times we have to race through the raw feed because the meeting is about to happen. When I first started answering the phones here, that meeting is where you got your check.
Oh,
And,
Really?
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I better go to the
See,
meeting. I
that's
can get
what I
my
mean.
check.
They give it to you at the
Don't
end,
say that.
so you
Give
have
it
to
to
sit
you at
through
the
the
end.
We're
whole
going to start
thing.
doing that here. No.
And then I remember leaving KRBE and I was heading down Westheimer towards the Galleria. There was a bank where now it's an apartment complex near that Chick-fil-A where the Target is, at Fondren and Westheimer. So I went to that bank. That was my bank. And I went to go deposit the dang thing. And somebody freaking slammed into me. And I got into a huge car accident right in that intersection. And I was like, I was so close to getting my $112 deposited. And now I don't know what this is going to cost to fix my car. Anyway, hard checks. I don't know. You tell me if you still get those, because that's one thing that we haven't noticed is going by the wayside.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town? Okay.
104.1 KRBE.
Oh,
The
okay.
average price of gas in Houston is now down 41 cents compared to a year ago. So yesterday, the lowest price for a gallon of gas in Houston was $2.30, and the highest was $3.24. So that means filling up at the wrong station could actually cost you nearly $1 more. However, the economists warned that when the economy slows, gasoline demand drops, along with the demand for other refined products like diesel and fuel. So there's always something you got to pay for one way or the other. But I forget the news. Are you ready for rapid fire?
Yep, and real quick, somebody
Are
wants to
we?
know what Rilla got for
Oh,
her
yes.
birthday. Can we
For
give
my
out a
birthday
text?
yesterday on QVC and HSN, we ended up playing the
9
roulette,
something.
and I didn't look. And based on everyone's reactions, I ended up with these slides, plastic slides from Birkenstock. They're not like the actual Birkenstocks that you traditionally see. It's like shower shoes or beach shoes. They're
Slip-ons.
slides.
Okay.
They're plastic slides, and I wanted them in pink, and they didn't come in my size.
Nope.
So I had to get white.
They're like, what? So
Pink
they had been white,
pony
though. So
club.
You got to just paint them.
March 27th,
No.
they're supposed to come to my house.
I'm very excited, Eric. Thank you so much. $35 slides.
You know, or 39 after tax.
Okay, $40. I'll take it.
No, it's 37.83. I wrote it down.
All right,
Okay.
37.83.
So who
and
was
he had
the
to make
winner?
an account. He was mad. QVC
I
was
know,
to make an
now
account.
they're going to start spamming me and buying more crap.
That's true.
All right.
Who was the winner last week in rapid fire?
2 weeks ago. He
All
said
right.
that title for 2 weeks.
I know.
The
It
rapid
feels
fire
good.
quiz is about to happen. Sam is not here today, so we need 4 contestants to have a chance to win tickets to see The Weeknd. August 30th is a weekend, and The Weeknd will be performing. So if you would like to go, 833-390-KRBE. The 1 is not necessary. 833-390-KRBE. Rapid fire quiz next on The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.